Hello everyone. Welcome back to another lecture on reasoning ability and problem solving. In today's lecture, we will discuss the types of questions that you can get in your competitive exams from a new chapter called relationship. Okay? So, before we start, let us understand what you mean by relationship. So, relationship basically means that we have to identify any sort of connection or association between elements like people's, objects, or concepts. For example, if we are given two words like cat and dogs, right? We have to identify a relationship between them. So, the first relationship that comes to our mind is that both of them are animals, right? We can identify many such relationships like both of them have four legs, right? Both of them have tails, both of them have teeth, whatever. So basically what we are doing is we are finding associations or relationships between these two elements. Similarly, you can have, let's say you have two numbers 16 and 64, right? And we have to find a relationship between them. First relationship can be that both of them are divisible by 4, correct? Both of them are divisible by 4. Second relationship can be both of them are perfect squares. Both of them are perfect squares. So 16 is 4 square and 64 is 8 square, right? This can be another relationship. Both of them are even numbers, right? Both of them are even numbers. Both of them are multiples of 16. So similarly, we can create many relationships between these two numbers. So when we talk about relationship, basically what we are doing is we are recognizing patterns or logical connections between certain elements, and based on that we have to give certain answers. So this is the keyword, that we are finding logical connections between certain elements. Okay, so this is the whole concept of relationship. In your competitive exam, you can get 6 type of problems from relationship. The first one is analogies. Then we have direction based relationship. So this we have already done in detail. We have a separate chapter for analogy. Then direction based relationships, this can be also called direction test. Okay, this can be called direction test, or this can be called following directions. So we have a separate different chapter altogether on this topic. Okay, then symbol based relationship. Now symbol based relationship can be of two types. One type is your coded blood relations. Coded blood relations, these are your symbol based relationships. Okay, and second one is coded inequalities. So we have already done both of them in detail. So either of the two can be a part of symbol based relationships. Then we have number based relationships. So as the number suggests, we have a relationship between number. So it can be of multiple kinds. Okay, it can be number series, for example, number series. Okay, or we can also have number set analogy, number set analogy. So all these topics will come under number based series or number based relationships. Then we have blood relations, we have a separate chapter on it, and coding and decoding. So all these have separate chapters also, but they come under the topic of relationship. That is, we are establishing a logical connection. This is the keyword. We are establishing a logical connection between certain elements. It could be alphabet, it could be words, it could be numbers, right? So when we establish a logical connection between people or direction also, then it will come under relationship. Okay, now let me revise certain concepts first for type 1 analogies and type 6 coding and decoding. So whenever we deal with alphabets, analogies and coding decoding, both of them will involve alphabets. So whenever we deal with alphabets, we use 4 basic concepts. Okay, 4 basic concepts. Let me write the alphabets first. So alphabets are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, and then I will write it like this: N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. These are your alphabets, right? Now, if I assign them numbers in increasing order, that is A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, similarly 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, then 14, 15, 16, 17, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. This is in increasing order where A is 1 and Z is 26. So these are called, the first concept is called forward rank. Okay. These are your forward ranks. Now there is a shortcut to remember forward ranks which is called AJOT, right? AJOT is E is 5, J is 10, O is 15, T is 20 and Y is 25. So a shortcut to remember forward ranks. Okay. Then we have another concept, second concept of backward ranks. So similar to forward ranks, backward rank is just now we are assigning them decreasing order numbers. Okay, we are assigning them numbers in decreasing order. So A would be 26. This will be 25. Similarly, Z would be 1. This would be 2. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, then 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 and 26. These are your backward ranks, right? Then there is a concept of that forward rank plus backward rank is always equals to 27. You can check it for any number. D, 23 plus 4 is 27. T, 20 plus 7 is 27. Any number. Q, 17 plus 10 is 27. So a combination of forward rank plus backward rank addition will give me 27 always. Okay. Then we have I don't have space over here, so I'm writing over here. Third concept of opposite letters. Or let me use a different pen. We have a third concept of opposite letters. So opposite letters basically means that we have 13 pairs of opposite letters when we write alphabets like this. So A and Z are one pair of opposite letters. Similarly, BY, CX, DW, EV, FU, GT, HS, IR, JQ, KP, LO and M and N. These are pairs of opposite letters. Then we have another concept called loop. What do you mean by loop? We have already discussed this in detail numerous times. Loop means that since I do not have any alphabet before A, so if I have to go -1 from A, I will go back to Z. Similarly, if I have to move forward from Z, I do not have any alphabet after Z, so I will start again from A. So this is called looping, right? So forward rank, backward rank, opposite letters and looping. Based on these four concepts, you can solve any question that is related to alphabets. So analogies and coding, decoding will be covered by that, right? Then we have type 2, which is direction-based relationships. So direction-based relationships, basically the concept of following directions. So we had 4 primary directions, right? We had 4 primary directions. This we had already discussed in detail in following directions. North, south, east and west. These were your 4 primary directions, right? Then we have certain secondary directions, right? These were your secondary directions. So secondary directions were northeast, southeast, southwest and northwest, right? These were your secondary directions. So based on these 8 directions, we were solving questions on direction based relationships. Then we had symbol based relationships. So again, inequalities had 5 symbols: greater than, less than, equal to, greater than equal to, less than equal to, right? And same concept of coded blood relations. Now whenever we talked about blood relations, we talked about 2 types of relations. First was your bloodline. Bloodline means that people who are born into your family. For example, your mother, father, children, grandchildren, nephews, niece. These are all your blood relations. And then we had in-law relations. So in-law relations are formed by your spouse's family. So your spouse, your mother-in-law, daughter-in-law, sister-in-law. These are all your in-law relationships. Relationships that you form after marriage, right? After you marry your spouse. Okay. There were certain things to remember while solving questions on blood relations. First one was, do not assume gender. Correct? We do not assume gender while solving questions on blood relations until and unless it is specified in the question, or we can derive it from the data that is given in the question. Right? The second concept was use different symbols. So everyone should have different symbols to denote in the family chart to avoid any sort of confusion. For me, if I write this in the same generation, it symbolizes a spouse bond. Similarly, if I draw this, a two-headed arrow, it symbolizes a sibling bond. This is my personal annotations. Similarly, if I have to write male, I write a simple M. And if I have to denote female, I write a simple F. Some people use a triangle and a square or a plus and a minus. So whatever works for you, you can do that. Thirdly, I told you to always draw a family tree. You should always draw a family tree while solving questions on blood relations. Right? This much we had already discussed. Now type 4 is remaining, which is number based relationship. So this is very similar to number series. So this is also a very basic concept. So we will discuss each of these in detail in today's lecture by solving one example each. Okay, one question each from each type to get a better understanding. Okay, so let us start with type 1. Type 1 is analogies. Now to solve analogies, there were two steps, right? First step, step 1. First to identify the logic used in pair 1 or 2, because in certain analogies we have only one pair, in certain analogies we have two pairs. Like in this one we have three pairs, 1, 2, 3, right? In this one we have three pairs. So identify the logic used in pair 1 and 2. This is your step 1. Step 2 would be use the same logic in pair 3. Use the same logic in pair 3 to find the missing element. Missing element, right? So this is a two-step procedure for solving any analogy. So first let us find the relationship between these words. How is plant related to V, P, C and R? So what is the first step? First step is to give them forward ranks. P is 16, L is 12, A is 1. N is 14, T is 20. This much we all know, right? What is the shortcut to remember forward ranks? AJOT, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Correct? Now let us give it forward ranks. So V is 22, 16, 3, 14, 18. Now we have to find a relationship. Over here I can see 16 to 22. So this is plus 6, this is plus 4, this is plus 2. This is plus 0 and this is minus 2. Or if I look over here, this is plus 2, this is plus 2. Similarly, this is also plus 2. Here to here is also plus 2. And here to here is also plus 2. So we have moved 2 position forward in a crisscross manner. Right? So let us do the same thing for stomp. Let us check for stomp. STOMP has been coded as ROQBU. So S is how much? 19, 20, 15, 13, 16. Similarly, R is 18, 15, 17, 22, 21. So 19 to 21 is plus 2, 16 to 18 is plus 2. T to V, 20 to 22 is plus 2 and M to O, 13 to 15 is plus 2. Similarly, O to Q is also plus 2. So this also follows the same pattern, right? So we will do the same thing over here. The word is board, B-O-A-R-D. B is 2, this is 15, this is 1, this is 18 and this is 4, right? So here I will move plus 2, so I will get 6. Here I will do plus 2, so I will get 4. Here I will do again plus 2, so I will get 20. Here plus 2 will give me 17 and here plus 2 will give me 3. So at 6th position we have F, at 20th position we have T, 3 we have C, right? 17 we have Q and at 4th position we have D. So the next term will be FTCQD, right? And this is given in which option? This is given in option number 3. So option number 3 would be the correct answer to this question. Okay. Then we have type 2, that is direction based relationship. So also known as following directions or direction test, right? So first thing what we will do, we will draw a chart depicting these sides. So you can draw this in your examination also. You will get a rough paper, so you can draw it at the top of that paper to avoid any confusion. Okay. So first four primary directions are north, south, east and west, right? Then secondary directions, northeast, southeast, southwest and northwest, right? This diagram is important. Now, Jatin started from a fixed point. So, let us assume this is the fixed point. Okay. Goes 15 meters towards north. So, Jatin is going 15 meters towards north. So, Jatin is going in this direction 15 meters. Okay. This direction 15 meters. And then he turned to his right. So if Jatin is turning to his right, you have to assume that you are in the position of Jatin, right? So if I am facing north, what would be my right direction and what would be my left direction? This would be my right and this would be my left. Similarly, if you are facing south, this would be your left and this would be your right. So just the opposite. If you are facing east, okay, if you're facing east, this is your right and this is your left, right? If you're facing east, this direction would be right, this direction would be left, correct? And if you're facing west, this direction would be your right and this direction would be your left, correct? So these four things you have to remember, okay? You don't have to rote learn this, you can just understand the concept, right? You just have to imagine yourself in the place facing east. Similarly for west and south and north. Okay. So if Jatin is turning to his right, Jatin will move in this direction and he goes 15 meter in this direction, right? So whenever we draw a chart for direction based relationship, always draw to scale. Okay, this is very important. Always draw to scale to avoid any confusion. This is important. Okay. From there, he goes 10 meter, 15 meter, 15 meter after turning to his left each time. So he takes 3 turns now and in each turn he is turning left. So if I turn left, this will be my direction. He is facing east. So if he turns left, he will face this 10 meter. Then again he turns left. So if he facing north, if he turns left, he will come here 15 meter. So 15 meter means that he will be in straight line from this point, right? And then again he turns left. So if he is facing west, if he turns left, he will come back like this and till 15. So over here, this will be 15. So this is 15 and this is also 15, correct? So how much will be this area? This will be 5 and this area will be 10, correct? This will be 5 and this area will be 10. So we have to answer how far is he from his starting point. So this was the starting point, correct? This was the starting point. And what is the ending point? This is the ending point, correct? This is the ending point. So how far is he from his starting point? He is 10 meter far. So 10 meter is given in option number 3. So option number 3 would be the correct answer. Okay? Option number 3 would be the answer. Now, symbol based relationship. So the concept of coding and decoding plus blood relations. A into B denotes that A is the father of B. A plus B denotes that A is the mother of B. And similarly, A divided B denotes that A is the brother of B. Then, which of the following expression shows that Q is the son of P? So, whenever we get questions like this, first thing would be to draw a family chart, right? We will draw a family chart starting from each option. First option says Q plus P. Now, we have to find out that Q is the son. That means Q has to be male. Correct? Q has to be male. So Q plus P means Q is the mother of P. Over here you can see Q plus P means Q is the mother. So if Q is the mother, she would be female. So this option is incorrect. Right? Second one says P plus Q. That means P is the mother of Q. So P would be female and Q would be here. But can we assume gender of Q? Not now. Q into R means Q is the father of R. So if Q is the father of R, that means Q would be male. Now can we find that Q is the son of P? Yes, because Q is male and P is female. So Q is the son of P can be derived with option number 2. So this should be your answer. Option number 2. Okay? Clear? If you want, we can find out for other options also. This was option number 2. Let us check for option number 3. Option number 3 says R into Q. So R into Q means R is the father of Q. R is the father of Q. It will be donated like this. Q plus P means Q is the mother of P. So if Q is mother, it cannot be the son. He has to be male. So this is also incorrect. Let us check for option number 4. Option number 4 says P divided Q. So P divided Q means P is the brother of Q. P is the brother of Q, right? And Q is the brother of R. So P and R are in the same generation, right? So Q cannot be the son of P. They are the brother. They are brothers and sisters. It is given in the question. So not true. So answer will be option number 2. Okay. Now, type 4, number-based relationship, same thing as number series. So first what we will do, we will find the logic that is being used throughout the series to find this missing element, right? Select the numbers from among the given options that can replace the question mark in the following series. We have to find this missing element. So first thing would be to identify the relationship, right? Now what is the difference between 4 and 11? This is plus 7. What is the difference between 11 and 20? This is plus 9. 20 and 31 plus 11. 31 and 44 plus 13. So what are these? These are consecutive odd numbers. These are consecutive odd numbers, right? So the next one will be plus 15. So plus 15 will be 59. This would be the answer. 59 is given in option number 2. So option number 2 would be the correct answer to this question. Right? Okay. This was type 4 number-based relationship. Then we have type 5 blood relations. So here we have to draw a complete family chart. A family consisting of D, P, W, Y and M is traveling to meet one another. So how many members are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 members are there. W is traveling with his daughters D and P. So W's gender is unknown, but he has 2 daughters D and P. So they are siblings, correct? They are siblings. This denotes a spouse bond and this denotes a sibling bond. And since both of them are daughters, both of them will be female, right? Now, M is traveling with his maternal grandmother Y. Let us hold this information. D is the mother of M. So, if D is the mother of M, that means M will come over here. D is female, M's gender is not known, right? M is traveling with his maternal grandmother. So, now we have a word maternal. And another word is there, paternal. What do you mean by maternal? Maternal means mother's side. So, maternal grandmother means mother's mother, right? And what do you mean by paternal? Paternal means father's side. So, paternal grandfather means father's father. So, M is traveling with his maternal grandmother. So, mother's mother Y. So, Y would be female and she would be the spouse of W who would be male. Correct? So, this is the family tree that we will get. We have to find out how is Y related to P. How is Y related to P? Now, Y I can see is the mother of P. So, Y would be the mother of P, that is option number 4. Option number 4 would be the correct answer. Okay? Then we have type 6 coding and decoding. So, in a certain code, star is coded like this, gift is coded like this. How will doll will be coded? So, star is coded like 811 0291. So just by looking at it, I cannot figure out how the code has been decided. Now let me give them forward ranks. So what would be the forward ranks for S? 19, 20, 1, 18. Correct? If I write this in reverse order, what will I get? 81109291. So what is it? It is reverse order of forward ranks. Correct? Reverse order of forward ranks. So let us check if it is true for gift as well. Gift is coded as 02697. So G is 7, I is 9, F is 6 and T is 20. So again it is written in reverse order. So let us do the same thing for doll. We have DOLL. So if I give them forward ranks, this will be 4, 15, 12, 12. And if I write it in reverse order, it will be 2, 1, 2, 1, 5, 1, 4. And this is given in which option? 2, 1, 2, 1, 5, 1, 4 is given in option number 1. So option number 1 would be the correct answer to this question. Okay? Option number 1 would be the answer. So in this particular lecture, we covered all the 6 types of questions that you can get in your examination. We have separate chapters for almost each topic, right? But this is just to showcase that these are related to each other by a logical connection. So all of them have a logical connection between them to denote a relationship. That is what we are trying to find out. Okay, so this concludes today's lecture. Thank you.